Hello you most beautiful and most amazing top 10ers, how are you doing today? I'm Rebecca Felgate and today we are talking about the most important people in the world, aka the people with the most influence, authority and power, and the people that help run the world as we know it. Let's get going, shall we? In at number 10 we have celebrities. Now it's hard to pick one specific celebrity for the number 10 spot because it's largely down to individual opinion. However, celebrities as a group and an idea are some of the most powerful people in the world. Now the power of celebrity endorsement is absolutely insane. Many people look to famous people as idols and role models. So how many of you guys have actually bought an item because you have seen it on a celeb? I know that I have. It's just, they're out there. You see them. On top of that, celebrity like Taylor Swift have taken on huge corporations like Apple to fight for the rights of artists, and they have won. Beyonce is also a huge voice in the campaign for black rights, and Kanye, well, he's the greatest living artist. So yeah, important. In at number 9 we have Bill Gates. So many consider money to be power, and by this respect Bill is certainly powerful. He's worth around $80 billion. However, it is not how much money you have, it is how you use it. So Bill Gates is the co-founder of Microsoft, still the largest computer company to date, and he is also co-head of the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. This is the largest private foundation in the world. Now it's the aim of the foundation to provide healthcare and reduce extreme poverty across the world, and also to bring a greater access to education and information technology to America. So he's a charitable guy, he's a rich guy, but he gives his money, he helps people. It's also worth mentioning that if Steve Jobs were alive, he would definitely have made this list, but sadly he's not. In at number 8 we have Janet Yellen. Now Janet Yellen is the chair of the Federal Reserve of America. This means she is in charge of the nation's bank and effectively sets interest rates across the states. Now this is a hugely powerful role in that she is pretty much in charge of American money and subsequently its business. Janet is also the first woman to ever hold this position, which in turn I think makes her increasingly more powerful as a role model, particularly to women in business. In at number 7 we have Larry Page. Now Larry Page is the co-founder of Google. This is pretty much the biggest internet company in the world. So Google rankings within Google search results can make or break a business, and Google also owns companies like Zagat, Android and YouTube, which ultimately means that Google is my boss. Larry, who is worth $30 billion, is now also head of Alphabet Inc., which is the parent company to Google. This is certainly an important guy. In at number 6 we have the King of Saudi Arabia. So this is King Salman Abdulaziz Al Saud. Now he is the King of Saudi Arabia, custodian of the 2 holy mosques and the head of the House Saud. His family also owns various media outlets, so King Salman has influence in the world of politics, religion and media, making him a pretty powerful and influential guy. Now as the King of Saudi Arabia, he also sits on the world's biggest oil export. The world as we know it relies on oil supply, so where there is oil, there is power. In at number 5 we have the Dalai Lama. Now the Dalai Lama is the most holy and most important living Buddhist. He is a monk of the Yellow Hat school of Tibetan Buddhism. Now there are around 535 million Buddhists worldwide, making up around 8% of the world's total population. Now being respected by this many people makes you very important and very powerful indeed. Now the current Dalai Lama, Tenzin Gyatso, has said that he might be the last, so this could make the legacy of the 14th Dalai Lama pretty important, pretty powerful. In at number 4 we have the Pope. Now Christianity is officially the world's biggest religion, with around 31% of the world's population aligned with the faith. Compare this with 22% of the population who make up the world's second biggest religion, Islam. Now the Pope is the most important living figure in the Catholic Church, with many Protestants also looking to him as a high holy figure. Now there are around 2.5 billion people claiming they're Christians. This means the Pope has an extremely vast audience. The current Pope, Pope Francis, is of Argentinian descent and is the 266th Pope of the Catholic Church. I for one saw the importance and power of the Pope firsthand when I was in New York City at the same time as him last year. Everyone was going absolutely mental. In at number 3 we have Malala Yousafzai. Born in 1997, Malala is the youngest ever Nobel Prize laureate. When she was just 11 years old, she wrote a blog for the BBC under a pseudonym. Now this was detailing the life as a girl living under Taliban rule in the Swat Valley in Pakistan. So she quickly rose to fame as a voice against terrorism, but unfortunately this led to Taliban anger. In 2012, as Malala boarded a school bus, she was shot 3 times in the head by a Taliban member. Luckily she survived and was airlifted to Birmingham in England for further treatment. Now the assassination attempt caused worldwide outcry, and luckily Malala survived and continues to fight injustice and oppression. She continues to fight for equal rights and, most importantly, the right to education. Malala fights for opportunity and for women's voices to be heard. She is brave and she is a symbol of power in the face of oppression. Michael McCrudden, please do Before They Were Famous on her, because I think she is awesome. I'll do it if you want. In at number 2, we have elected world leaders. So guys, I put them all in one category because if they were like separate people, they would have been dominated the entire list and it would have been a bit boring. So there we go. So we've got the President of the United States, currently Barack Obama, but beyond November, who even knows? Then we have Vladimir Putin, leader of Russia, Angela Merkel, Prime Minister of Germany, David Cameron, the Prime Minister of England, Francois Hollande, the President of France, Xi Jinping, the Chinese President, and Justin Trudeau from Canada. We've got basically, guys, all of the world leaders that are elected. They're extremely powerful, they're extremely important, we voted for them, they're helping run the world, and it kind of relies on these people getting along to make the world a peaceful and happy place. Essentially, these guys need to get on so there aren't any wars. If there were wars, we would all be screwed. So guys, hang out, have some coffee, be bros. So guys, in at number 1 of our most amazing top 10 list, it is you and me. So while the people above run the world, we the people of the world put them there, either by voting for them, supporting them, or idolizing them. If you guys live in a first world country, then you are lucky enough to have certain rights that some others don't have. Now the fight for democracy, the fight for equal rights for all ethnicities, the fights for equal rights for all genders, these are all fights made possible by the people and are all changes made possible by the people. Essentially, we fought for it, we won, now it happens. So all of the people above are only as important as we let them be. Everyone is in charge of their own life, and if you aren't, then you should find a way to be. We are the next generation, we are the future, the world is in our hands, so let's not screw it up. So guys, that was the top 10 most important people in the world. I feel like we learned something. Do you? Also, did I leave anyone out? Let me know in the comment section down below. Also, let me know who you think the most important person in the world is. It can be like your mum, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, maybe even your dog. Not that that's a person, but very important. So there we go. I'm Rebecca Felgate. This is Most Amazing Top 10. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and I will catch you beauties next time. Yes, I will.